Hello everyone, oh my hair. Welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, what a journey that we just experienced right now. And this is the reason why we make this video, because one of the important things when it comes to having emergency fund.
Yep.
So a few minutes ago, well, not a few minutes ago, more like a few hours ago.
Yeah, just a few hours ago, we're trying to print out something.
Especially for this content, and we try to actually make a draft on what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And our printer breakdown.
And it's important with our printer, we use it every single day for printing postage labels.
Labels, kids activity.
Coloring.
Postage for eBay.
Yep.
What else? Well, the content.
Bills.
Oh yeah, bills coming in.
Yep.
So we kind of do need a printer straight away. Now, if you don't have an emergency fund, it was a bit stressful for me because I'm like, where am I going to get this money from to replace this printer?
Well, the printer is only a few $100s, but then we got more bigger bills coming, right?
And the fact that it was like, okay, then we did try everything that we can think of trying to fix it. We try and troubleshoot by YouTube on how to fix this printer, but for whatever reason, you kind of need either the parts to get replacement, which is going to take a couple of days, or just don't fix it.
Yeah, we couldn't fix it ourselves, so we just spend the money. So anyway, the printer got a scanner on top, and then the tray for the paper, it wasn't working, so you can't print anything. But the scanning bit is still working, so you will use it.
I'm going to use that in the office.
Do not waste anything, okay?
I was thinking we just throw it out, and then I realized the scanning bit still works. So.
It's really good, the scanning.
And and the printer bit, well, I've got a printer at work, but I don't have a scanner, so it's a win-win.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that in the office at work. But that's how important it is having an emergency fund. And if you didn't have an emergency fund, we'll probably ended up using a credit card.
Yes.
Yeah. If it's not credit card, you gotta wait. If it's not waiting, which we can't really do we kind of do need the printer.
Yeah, after I came home, we just printed a few things. Yeah, so it's very important for us.
Yeah.
And equipment we cannot live without.
Yeah,
if you don't have the fund, you may have to use credit card, and it may take you a few weeks to pay it off. It's small amount, few $100s, but imagine it's something bigger, few thousand or even tens of $1,000s, because we got few bills coming up that is all add up is more than $10,000.
And we prepared for it in that aspect, but in the beginning of that, it's like, how am I gonna pay all this? And then after sitting down, figuring out, well, we've got this amount of money in emergency fund, I'm a bit more relief knowing that.
Are you?
A little bit relief.
Okay.
Well, compared to what it was beforehand.
I don't know. Well, you're very stressed for everything.
Yeah.
And then I'm said, well, then what's the point of us having all this money, sitting there? What for?
Yeah.
I don't get it. But anyway, I think it's just your life has been like that. Like you always.
I come from a non-money orientated and very poor financially literate.
Yeah, I think that's why whenever there's bill coming, especially bigger bill, and you're just stressing out, and because the money is in different accounts in like a high interest online account that you can't see, and all other bank you can't really see. You only can see your 3 digits bank account. That your cash flow, that's your transaction money. Whenever big bills coming in, then if we really need it, we'll just take out from those bank accounts.
Yeah. So any like small bills that is coming in, like a little bit of pebbles, I control that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, let's say, I'd say more than $2,000 bill, I'm like, and then if we have multiple that $2,000 in one,
it's stressful. Of course, it's stressful.
Yeah, and it's one of those expenses that is out of your control. Like, I guess we can tell about the bill. What bill? So one is this strata. Suddenly they have this special levy for extra 2,000. So each quarter we're gonna pay for 2,000 plus another 2,000. So that's 4,000 for that. Yep.
And then another one is one of our property.
Yep.
Investment property. And then some maintenance, wear and tear, 5,000. So that's 9.
Yep.
And then someone need to go somewhere to fix it.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, I need to do, I guess.
Some fix. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's another 2,000.
So as a whole, like a big lump
It's
sum.
11. And
Yeah.
here and there is like 12.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so is it why we have to have a plan how to save money and
Yeah.
keep it aside?
And having that emergency fund. This is one of the reasons why we have, instead of 1 month, instead of 1 week of your wage or 1 month of expenses, we choose to have 1 year of expenses in one big lump sum, just in case of out of the ordinary expenses appear.
Yeah, how important it is. So imagine if you, in our shoes, if you don't have any money, don't have cash, you have to use everything with credit. How long for you to pay it off and how much credit or interest you have to pay on top of it. That will be, I think for us, will be more stressful.
Let's assume that's like $10,000 or so with an average income of $1,000 per week. If that was just a bill, I don't know how long it would take me.
Because you still have to pay for your living expenses, standard one. And then this is on top of the extra expense. If you don't already have a strategy how to save it, or you living week by week, paycheck by paycheck, then you just can't afford to pay it off.
Yeah, it would probably going to take you a lot longer because you're using a credit card bound to charge 20% interest or so.
Yeah.
And if you pay the bare minimum, it will take you a long time to pay all those things off. Now this is, I guess, emergency expenses out of the ordinary, out of your mundane. You got to pay rent, food, transportation. There's like emergency expenses, let's say.
Yeah.
In our property, expensive is like, okay, then this is a giant wear and tear. I have been holding it off for a long time, and then now it's up to this stage like, okay, we can't really hold this off.
Yeah, because sometimes if you wait for too long, it's too hard to repair, and you may need to get everything new.
Correct. Yeah. So, and on top of that, our tenant is paying an extra $1 compared to what it was.
Oh yeah. They pay a bit more, $30 each week.
$30 a week on top. So we're looking at, okay, all right, then they're signing up for 2-year lease instead of 1 year. So for us, like, okay, then at the very least, I should do all of this.
Still can't pay off that $5,000.
No, it's not that. It's like I'm looking at, okay, I'll fix up the 5 now. It's a
long-term investment.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and there's still more because when we purchased this property, there was a couple of things that needs to be fixing, but the tenant didn't say anything.
I think the previous few tenants, just living in it is quite easy. They didn't ask for any maintenance or repair.
Yeah.
Unless it's urgent, I think.
Correct. I think also the other one is like a parent, like a family oriented.
Yes.
Just live with it. And
because they have kids and pets.
Correct. Whereas this one here now, we have a couple with no children, so they
have more time to see. Oh, there's this, there's that.
Yeah.
They have more time. When you have kids, you don't have time.
Just patch it up. Here we go.
Yeah.
In that aspect, and then if you own a unit, and we're talking about the extra expense in this particular property, in our property that we're living in at the moment, there's bound to be this thing called strata, and
special levy.
Yeah, sometimes they have a meeting that you got given like the opportunity to raise awareness or something what needs to be fixing in this property, and they all have agreed to have an extra repair on this building. It was a bit got smacked a little bit.
No, we received the bill, the ordinary bill, I think a week, and then a week or 2 weeks later, another bill. What?
Revised.
Yeah, double of the cost.
Now, if we weren't, I didn't read the general meeting, unfortunately, because
some fire damper or repair. That's what I saw in the item. description.
Because of that alone, so that's an extra, I think, a couple of thousand
on top
of our regular
strata.
So, and that's one of those things, again, a repair, because this building is about 30 plus, not 15, 20 years or something.
Yeah.
So they're bound to be a wear and tear of that as well. And so that's that. Then the other one would be, well, emergency procedures that I've got to deal with.
Yeah.
Out of the ordinary, going to the doctor. Oh, you need day surgery. Like, okay, so that's going to cost me another $2,000. So, yeah.
Well, for me, I see. Well, is it something life threatening? No. Can money fix it? Yes. Then why stress?
So yeah,
that's my point of view. Well, and we have the money saved up. Then just go for it.
So that's our reasoning why we have 1 year of emergency fund. Hopefully these lessons that we learned today help you guys in any way possible when it comes towards your journey into having an emergency fund, because that tends to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's just this week.
Yeah, all pretty much it happened
bang, bang, bang.
a week. Oh,
and
also,
then the printer
one more thing, and the bike chain, I forgot. My bad. So we have this big cargo electric bike, and I need a big chain to show people don't touch my bike because that's expensive. And then I bought this chain, I think last year when we got the bike, just over more than 1 year. And I don't chain up my bike a lot anyway because I always have it with me.
Yep.
Anyway, I chained it up, and I was dealing with the kids, all stressed out, and I forgot to take the chain with me. And that lock cost, I think it was $200, over $200. Anyway, and bought another one, different one. Is slightly cheaper because I need a downgrade. Cannot afford it.
That happened in a swimming pool when you have kids running around. You're tired, you're exhausted because of the day. It's been too hot of a day. You're bound to forget something as being a parent.
You're right. I think it's this whole week.
Just one after another. Yeah. And then today is sort of the top it off.
Hopefully it's end of this drama.
Yeah, the printer hopefully is the last bit of it.
Touch wood, hopefully. Anyway.
So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment.
And see you next time. Bye.